Yo, Chelsea here. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks. I will continue doing my best to post as often as possible, and should be more and more frequently coming up. So finally getting myself into a amazing position to where I'll have more free time on my hands. The last, I guess, 6 months or so since I started this channel have literally been freaking insane, crazy fast, lots of changes. If you just go back and look at my hair in the first post, I mean, I've had some physical changes. I got dreads going now. Ugh, crazy. Lots of changes with myself, and then also career changes, which is amazing. So I was going through my comments last night on some of my previous videos, which I had not done until now. I want to say sorry to people who have been commenting. Like I said, my life has been, it's like shocking awakening, but it's been amazing. So I'll share more and more frequently coming up. But for now, I want to answer a question that Momo's vlogging asked me 4 or 5 months ago. Sorry, Momo, I just saw this the other day and I was like, whoa, what an amazing question. So Momo asked why I quit my job. So I'm now 5 months in hashtag fun employment with an FUN, and it's amazing. My freedom has been, it's just shocking now. Like, I could never go back to asking someone for permission or living in that corporate slavery that I was in. No offense once again to my former corporation that I was working for. They are amazing. There's amazing people there. I love them all, but working for someone else and trading time for money is something that I will never do again. But if I was, I'd do it for you because I love you guys, so get that out of the way. But yeah, so I went through this awakening period that started probably 9 or 10 months before I got the courage and saved enough loose change to actually do it. For me, it all started with diet. When I cleaned up my diet, it changed the way I was thinking about a lot of things. In September of 2015, my fiance, love you babe, he probably, I will possibly regretfully for a while, challenged me to a 30-day vegan challenge. I was born in Kansas. I grew up in a suburb of Chicago, a Midwest girl, and I loved meat. I would go out to these fancy dinners with my previous sales job, and I would get the biggest slab of bloody red deliciousness and devour it. I had meat every meal, and lots of eggs, dairy, and all of the other animal products regularly. So when he came home and challenged me to go vegan for 30 days, I think he thought that I would tell him to go and, F off. But I accepted the challenge, and it was shocking. I didn't know what to eat. I felt like everything was off limits. I remember eating a lot of like bean burritos and salads, and nothing that was super exciting. But vegan food's really fun and amazing, I will say. If you have never done a vegan challenge, send me an email down below and we could chat about it. But it's amazing. So that really was the catalyst. That's what set off basically everything, I'd say. Once I changed my diet, my mind started processing things more clearly. I started looking more to my future. And what I realized was that if I continued to work for a corporation or continued to trade my time to get someone else closer to their goal, that I would never retire. I'm 28 years old. Anyone who is my age, and likely people who are much older than me, will never receive Social Security. That program is bankrupt already, driving us into debt. And then we have the baby boomers, the lovely boomers of the babies who are approaching retirement age right now. So they're starting to cash in. And then another interesting thing with Social Security is that the autism rates have risen so drastically over the last 25 or so years in this country. A disease which was once unheard of is now, I've heard rates at like 1 in 100 or 1 in 70, I believe. Some astronomically high number. So those children who have been affected by that are now starting to become 18, 19 years old, and they're collecting as well. So it's just this interesting thing that's happening where everyone's reaching the age to collect. So anyone who is depending on Social Security, we can take that out of the picture. With the increase of cost of living and inflation, a dollar saved today does not equal a dollar in retirement. So 28 years old, by the time I get to 65, by the time I'm 65, the retirement age might be 70. So we'll just call it another 45 years of slavery. All those dollars that I save along those 45 years are not worth a dollar by the time I'm 70. So looked at that, and even with that, I don't want to work for someone else for 45 more years. I worked in the corporate life for 4 years, and I was ready to get out of there. And I look at the people who were higher than me in my organization. I looked at their stress levels, their health, their work-life balance, and none of those things, literally none of those things, their stress level, their work-life balance, their health, none of those things were things that I wanted to strive for. So I jumped the frick out of there. I knew there had to be a better answer. I'd been studying different things like the law of attraction, law of exchange, and other universal laws. And I built up the courage to believe in them, and I knew that if I had the courage to leave work and had the openness to let the right next moves come into my life, and then took the right opportunities when they were presented to themselves, I knew with certainty that the right move would come, and it has. Oh. Just 5 months into unemployment. 2 of those months were spent just traveling with family. I literally did not think about work at all. I spent time, I have 3 grandmas in Kansas. I got to spend lots of time with them. I got to travel to about 15 different states and all over Canada. For my first 2 months, I literally jumped in the car. I took my Mastiff and we cruised Colorado, Oklahoma, Kansas, Illinois, Michigan, like I said, all over Ontario, Canada, hit up some music festivals, all types of just relaxing things. Completely turned my mind off, which felt great. Unplugged from emails, didn't really even answer my phone a whole ton during those first 2 months, and just let myself get back to normal. Something that I found interesting was that right after I quit, I would go to pick up a book, and my mind was so used to stimulation of screens and moving so quickly that it was even difficult for me to focus on a book for a while. But now my mind's back to normal, and I've been reading a lot, which is amazing. So that was June and July. So then, I worked June, so that was July and August. Yeah, because I quit in June. So then in September, I got back to Las Vegas, and that's when I decided I was going to start trying to figure out my next moves. So basically in 3 months, which would be November. So September, October, November. So in these last 3 months, an amazing opportunity to work with a wellness company has come to me, and this company allows me to be extraordinarily flexible. I just traveled to Chicago for 14 days, and it also allows me to build a team full of like-minded people, so I've been enjoying that working with others who want financial freedom and want to help others and build long-lasting residual income. So really fortunate that everything is working out so well, and it's really just re-solidified my belief in the laws of the universe, and I need to start looking into them more and understanding them better. I am pushing myself to be as open as possible as far as doors that are opening, and I'm excited to see what continues to open and continue to grow and share my journey with everyone. So that's a little bit about why I quit. In recap, I felt like a slave. I woke up to the fact that I kind of was a slave, and I didn't want to be a slave for the next 50 years, so I peaced out. All right, I hope this answers your question, Momo's blogging. Thank you for everyone for watching. I love you guys. Always feel free to email me at the address below, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Love you. I'll talk to you soon. See ya!